Hi guys, thank you for tuning into my channel, The Professional PhD. I am Dr. Viola, and I'm a field application scientist who is committed to bringing you a whole bunch of videos in regards to the field application scientist role or career. This particular video is going to give you some tips on training while you're at site. So, I have a whole bunch of other videos that I plan to bring to you, and some you probably have already experienced. This particular video kind of hones in on some tips that you can use while you're training at site. All right, so you're there, you're on site, and you're ready to train your group. Well, there are a couple of tips that's going to be helpful to make this experience even a little bit more personalized. One tip that I have is to use their names. Say their names. It's like a song. But say their names throughout the training. Now, of course, at the beginning, learning their names is going to be the first objective. And then after that, just remembering their names is going to be the second objective. But it's very important, as much as you possibly can, to emphasize and re-emphasize their names. Using their names throughout the training builds a certain level of connection or engagement throughout the whole lesson itself. And you're going to be with them sometimes more than one particular day. And so when you get to know their names, they'll see you as going the extra mile and making this a real personalized training. Another good tip is to provide them with Post-it notes during the training. Now, what I've done is I'll give them 3 to 5 Post-it notes each. I'll give it to each trainee, and I'll let them know that they should feel free to write down any questions that they have that they necessarily don't want answered in a larger group setting, and or any content that I covered that they want a little bit more clarification on, or any process that I talked about that they want more clarification on. This is important because you can actually take these Post-it notes back that evening if you're training them for more than one day, or during the break, and you can review this and you can kind of tap into who's struggling where, or who needs more clarification where or when. It's very helpful to use as a reference. I tell them that I will collect the Post-it notes either, like I said, maybe before lunch or at the end of the day if I'm coming back the next day. I found this has been very helpful because a lot of times people keep a lot of their more complex questions to themselves because they're trying to figure out even what they're asking half the time. So bring Post-it notes, use the Post-it notes, give them the Post-it notes, and collect them, and then address those particular questions with the best answers you can possibly give them before you leave. Now one of the most important tips I can give you to use at a training is to have personalized training sessions. If you started out with a larger group, so for instance, in one of my first jobs, I literally started out training at the beginning of the training a larger group, more than 2, 5, sometimes even 10 people at one time. The room gets full. It gets to be a lot of information. You want everybody to be able to apply the knowledge that you've just taught them. Well, that's harder to do when you have so many people that you're training at one time. So what I started doing was I started creating what I called personalized training sessions. And I let them know, even in the agenda, that we will have these personalized training sessions. Depending on how long of a time you have there to be with them, you may have to have personalized training sessions that may only last for 15 minutes or 20 minutes for each trainee. And you'll schedule that. One of the best ways to do that is to schedule it in advance when you first arrive on site and you meet your group. That's a good idea. But I will have a video to go through more of those details in regards to personalized training sessions. But for now, just know that one of the best tips I can give you when it comes to being on site is to really make sure you are going to train and teach this information and watch them apply it in a personalized manner. That's how you know that what you've done, what the information you left them with, will really be applicable. All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning into this video. I hope you learned some tips that are very helpful to use when you're training at a site. Please make sure if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Those thumbs ups are so helpful. Please comment below if you're a field application scientist and you have some great tips that you've used at site. We would love to hear those. make sure if you're navigating or trying to get into this career that you let me know. I definitely want to make sure that I address some of the questions and things that you're wondering about. For now, the best thing to do is to subscribe to my channel so I can keep bringing you videos like this. And I thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Bye.